CTV News. I'm Jana Baker.
And I'm Tony King. A few weeks ago, we brought you a story on bees and their status as an endangered species. Luke Kelly brings us more on the subject.
You may have heard the news by now that the honeybees are going extinct, and the result will be our food supply declining rapidly. However, this news may not be entirely true. Recent studies have indicated that this bee problem may not be as big as some assume. In fact, there may not be a problem at all. The Washington Post reports that the newly endangered bees that everyone keeps hearing about are a handful of relatively obscure species who live only in Hawaii. They further that data released by the USDA this year indicate that the honeybees needed for keeping our food supply from collapsing are doing just fine. Now, even if you still believe that the bees are going extinct, MSNBC reports that the easy way to fix the problem is simply by having beekeepers replace their dead hives. There are just as many commercial bees in America today as there were years ago. Dennis Van Engelsdorp, a leader of the federal effort to understand bee health, puts it simply: we are not worried at all that the bees are going to go extinct in this country or in the world. As much as some may want you to believe that the bees are going extinct, they're doing just fine, and so are we. This has been Luke Kelly reporting for CTV News.
Now that you have your gifts, you need to wrap them, and if you're like me, that's a problem. Here's Dana Baker with some tips on wrapping your gifts.
Wrapping gifts can sometimes be a hard task, especially during the holidays. Here are 2 easy ways to wrap gifts. For the first gift, you'll need wrapping paper, ribbons, scissors, tape, tissue paper, and a box to hold your gift. Wrap your gift in the tissue paper and put it in the box. Once your gift is in the box, roll out your wrapping paper and put your box on it to make sure it will cover the entire box. Then, cut the paper. Next, fold half of the paper over the box and secure it with tape, and do the same with the other side. Once the paper is on the box, push in the corners of the sides of the box to make 2 flaps. Push the top flap down and pull the bottom flap up so you can tape it to the bottom of the box, and do the same thing on the other side of the box. If you want to, you can always tie a ribbon around your gift. For this gift, all you need is a gift bag and tissue paper. Wrap your gift in some tissue paper, stick it in the bottom of the bag, and put some tissue paper on top to make it look like it is coming out of the bag. Also, you can add a bow on this gift. And there you have it, 2 easy gift ideas that are super quick and look great. This has been Jana Baker for CTV News. Tony King brings us the Christmas edition of Charger in the Halls.
Libby Bauer.
I'm Terry Missing.
I'm James Mackey. I'm Brooks Kevin.
I'm Cole Moore.
I'm Lily Mitchell.
I think I got toothpaste one year.
A book. It was like a kid's book, and I was like, last year, I was like 13 or something.
My least favorite gift would definitely have to be some Christmas pajamas. I'm not a huge fan of those.
Well, one year my parents pranked me by actually giving me coal, and I cried for 3 hours.
Last year my parents gave me 3 huge college books to start researching colleges, so that was awesome.
My least favorite gift was trail mix from my grandparents.
I got a dog.
I got like my whole room changed, so like, yeah, a desk and everything.
My favorite gift I've ever gotten was my Irish Setter puppy.
I got a car.
My parents surprised us last year with a trip to New York.
My favorite gift ever was probably the Xbox One.
This year I really want to get some just nice clothes, I guess.
I want a white golden retriever puppy.
A record player.
What I want this year is probably Spotify Premium.
This year, I would like some stuff.
Oh.
What would I like this year?
Honestly, I'm Honestly, I'm just asking for clothes. A bunch of clothes. New wardrobe.
Money.
The OHS literary magazine, Evoke, is a new organization this year at OHS. Mary Catherine Bishop tells us more.
Recently, the school literary magazine, Evoke, revealed their new theme for their next issue, Dear America. They asked for students to submit letters on how they feel about the election. I talked with Ms. Johnson for more on the subject.
What was now the emotions that everyone was experiencing, and so from that it came up to the election. When the editors were working with Evoke and they were collecting letters, there wasn't a lot of letters that was coming in from the student body. So when we talked collectively, I told them I think the best pursuit that they should do with the magazine is to capitalize on. The editors are taking in all of the letters that will be written, but first the letters come to me because some students have pseudonyms. Once they come to me, if they have a pseudonym, then I will resubmit it so that they don't know who they are, and they are going to choose, I don't know the quantity, I know it's a large amount. I think they're going to do probably 30 from both sides. They're going to combine them, and that is what is going to be the Evoke magazine, followed by some things that I can't tell you about because the editors want to keep that secret.
This has been Mary Catherine Bishop with CTV News.
This week, the Christmas parade lit up our streets once more. Here's Catherine Field with the story.
On this past Tuesday, the timeless tradition of the Oxford Christmas Parade took place, where floats decorated with bright lights drove down the streets. Oxford School District's very own middle school band and the OHS Dance Club and dance team rode in the parade, as well as the high school band and many more local businesses. Also, this year's homecoming queen, Samaya Clayton, along with 2016 Miss OHS Ellie Hinton and Miss OMS Gigi Yost, rode in the parade. This has been Catherine Field with CTV News.
Having trouble finding Christmas gifts? Our Nathan Baker will give you a hand.
With the holidays right around the corner, many people have already placed their online orders and completed their shopping sprees. However, some may put this off until the very last minute because honestly, shopping can be a hassle with the never-ending lines and stingy customers. Here's a few tips on perfect gifts at the very last moment. Tip number 1. Most people absolutely adore candy, so go put that sweet tooth to use and pick up something sweet. Tip number 2. Food is good in general, so pick up a gift card and maybe take someone out to eat. I'm sure they'll enjoy it. Tip number 3. If you're really dedicated, travel to a dollar store or convenience store to purchase something not too expensive, but not too cheap either. These stores sell products that interest a variety of ages, ranging from the perfect toy for your kid or maybe a nifty tool for an adult. Besides, who cares if the gift isn't too expensive? It's the thought that counts. And finally, tip number 4. If you really, really want to get the best gift, go to an electronics store and pick up a nice big TV. Remember, any gift is perfect as long as you put thought into it. This has been Nathan Baker reporting for CTV News.
That's all for this episode of CTV News. From Oxford High School, I'm Jana Baker.
And I'm Tony King. On behalf of the staff, Happy Holidays!